I'm so excited that you're here with me today. For all of my followers joining, hi everyone. I am here with Dan Harrison of Plated, and we are going to be discussing all things the new eye serum. So excited about that. It has been like the long-awaited product that everyone is just dying to learn more about. So if you want to kind of jump in and introduce yourself, and we can kind of dive on in to kind of just a little bit more of the details behind the new Plated eye serum.
Yeah. So Dan Harrison, and I head up sales and business development for Brianna Aesthetics, and Plated Skin Science is obviously the product. And the eye serum has been a bit of a voyage, right? So, well, I say sort of tongue in cheek, right? The brand has been out for just a couple of years, and I know that you were sort of a pioneer, Brianna, and I'm so excited to spend time with you. I've been looking forward to this for some time now. So you were sort of on the front edge of it, but although Plated Skin Science is relatively new to the market, as you know, Brianna, our sort of star ingredient, a platelet-derived exosome, has been in the making for, gosh, it's like 15 plus years. So now it's sort of commercially available in this topical product, and we're just thrilled to have this brand new one launch, and very excited.
So yeah, it's so exciting. It's such a innovative brand. And like I said, the eye serum, I've gotten so many messages regarding, this eye serum, and, Plated was teasing the product coming out on their Instagram. And I got so many messages. People have just been so excited about it because again, it's, the technology is amazing behind it. So if you kind of want to dive into the ingredients a little bit and how it's formulated and kind of, all the technology that's within it.
Yeah, you bet. It's a great question. So we've been very careful with Plated Skin Science and very mindful about adding additional SKUs. As we came out of the gate a couple years ago with Plated Intense, and then Daily. We have a hair serum as well, but we've resisted the temptation, Brianna, to sort of blast out like a 30 SKU sort of portfolio. We wanted to make sure before we launched any additional products that we fully understood the needs of the skincare category across the U.S. and that we were filling potentially a void, like providing a unique solution. So, shortly after Plated came out, just about 2 years ago, the feedback came racing in from skincare experts like you and sort of your network that we need this, we need that, and can you add this, and can you add that? And so we kind of took that feedback, and one of the consistent asks, Brianna, was to get something unique for sort of this periorbital region, around the eye. Mm-hmm. And we took that to heart, right? We spent a lot of time sort of reviewing existing products in that category. We looked at the ingredients that were available on the market in that area, and we felt that we could definitely bring a unique offering there. So to answer your question, the platelet-derived exosome is still the star of the show, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this thing has been studied for 15 plus years. We know sort of the versatility, the potent antioxidant benefits of a platelet-derived exosome.
Right.
What we decided was that that's great. We have other products that contain that, but the skin under the eye, as you know, Brianna, is very unique, right? It's a little more translucent, it's thin, it's delicate, and sometimes even with like younger patients that have a very youthful, face, you can start to see sort of the signs of aging right under the eye. So we carefully looked at the ingredients and curated like this portfolio of ingredients that would complement like platelet-derived exosomes, and engineered something specifically for that area.
Right, which is amazing. So, right, it has the exosome technology, but then, I know it has other botanicals, all of those things that we all want, for the under eyes as well. Has hydrating ingredients, if you want to kind of go into all of those things.
Yeah, you bet. It's a great question. So, in addition to like these billions of platelet-derived exosomes, what we've got in there are, we have a coffee extract, which as we know, is a very like potent ingredient in terms of addressing puffiness. That caffeine sort of additive under the eye. We have a unique ingredient called carnosine, which is an amino acid that has really good antioxidant benefits. And then, although these don't sound glamorous, Brianna, we also have algae extract and a seaweed extract, which are sort of these very nutritious fatty acids and vitamins that pack a really nice punch and really improve sort of that glow and that your youthful look under the eye. So when you sort of package all that together, you've got a really nice formulation and something that we think is very unique in this category.
It's like your all-around rejuvenation for the under eye area. So it has every aspect of what we need for the under eyes, which is amazing.
Yeah. Again, very, very curated, very, very intentional. After this ask, right, like to bring an eye serum to market, we went to our formulation team, our science team, some of the brightest minds, we think in the space. And, these were the things that they wanted to sort of add in there to complement that platelet-derived exosome technology. And, the results are fantastic. You got an early look at it, I know, and we're able to provide feedback on your thoughts on the product. But we had our official launch just a couple of days ago, Brianna. Gosh, it's, it blew our hair back, sort of the reception.
Right. I saw that myself. Like I said, I had so many messages. People could not wait to get their hands on it. And I can see why. Again, I got to test it out early and I fell in love with it. So I kind of just want to show everyone. I have one hand here because of this little microphone, but it comes out in such a nice little applicator that's really nice to use under the eye. And it is a very nice, like, serum-y gel consistency.
Yeah, and I think that was the goal, right? Because in that very sensitive, like unique area on the face, you want to make sure that you're hitting the sweet spot in terms of effectiveness and punch, but also like cosmetic elegance, right? So, you've tried the product, it's not too thick. It's this really nice balance, in terms of, the delivery of the ingredients in a really nice fashion.
Definitely. And it's great under makeup, so it works really well under your concealer, but it also, it absorbs really nice, but at the same time, it's hydrating too. So I noticed like an instant boost of hydration under my eye, which, with some other like serum-y type of products for the under eye, I don't see that as much. So I think this is so good because you do get that boost of hydration, instantly under your eyes too.
Yeah. I didn't mention that there's also like what we think is like an optimal sort of concentration of hyaluronic acid, right? In there as well. And we know that's not uncommon to a lot of like really successful products in the skincare category. But we sort of tailor the right amount to go in there and sort of provide sort of that feeling that you've experienced yourself.
Yeah. Now, question for you too that I've been getting asked from a lot of people. Yep. Can you use it all around your eye? Can you apply it to the eyelid? Because we all want the firming, benefits of it, all over. Is it fine to do that?
Yeah. So I'll like backtrack just a little bit. So you're very familiar with the original platelet or Plated Skin Science Intense product, right? You fully vetted that out.
Yep.
That's one thing we appreciated about you, Brianna. Like early on, you asked a lot of the really tough but very important questions because this is a new category of products.
Right.
And if you looked at the original trials on Plated Intense, which is also platelet-derived exosomes, they use it all over the face, including around the eye, and certainly very safe, produces some nice results. This product, again, has been curated specifically for this area. So from a tolerability standpoint, been great feedback all around. So you can certainly use it right under the eyes, but certainly around the entire area. Now, we're not advocating like dumping this directly onto your eyeball. We haven't looked at that, to be honest. Probably stay away from it, but certainly you can sort of canvas the eyes,
Yeah, I've been taking it and just patting it over my eyelids too. So it's such an amazing formula to do that. You can put makeup over top of it and it's not slippery or anything like that. So yeah, I've been taking it up all over. I want those benefits all over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the tip that I think you brought your bottle up earlier. So a lot of thought went into sort of this metal tip, which is fairly trendy, right, in the skincare category now. And I was talking with one of our reps even in South Florida earlier, and they're like, the tip stays cool even like in like 100-degree temperature. So we
Yeah.
think that we thought through that as well, and it sort of adds to the allure of that application process. So essentially, a bottle of plated Brianna, or the eye serum, contains about 80 pumps of product.
Okay.
What we recommend is, be delicate with it. A little bit goes a long way. So if you can expel maybe just half a pump of this, it'll go a long way. The applicator is fantastic. It sort of really helps you maneuver the product,
Yep.
in the periorbital region. Um, so
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
it's a neat.
that's actually really, yeah, that's good info, because it does a little bit, definitely goes a long way. You don't need to like goop it all on, just dab a little bit and it just absorbs perfectly. You don't need to be wasting it and having to run out too fast, because it's good, and it does, a little bit goes a long way for sure.
It's a premium product. So yeah, I mean,
Yep.
you could through a bottle in like 2 weeks and then you'll be cursing Brianna about how much you spend, but you can really just use a little bit. There's, gosh, 500 billion approximately of these platelet-derived exosomes really packed into this bottle.
Oh, wow.
So you, a platelet, as you know, like a human platelet, is the most prolific producer of exosomes in the body. And with our proprietary process, we're able to sort of extract super high concentrations of this and bring it to the U.S. aesthetic customer base in a room temperature shelf stable product, right? So 500 billion approximate exosomes, a little bit goes a long way. It really does.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm getting some questions. People want to know, you can use it morning and night, correct? Or do you suggest once a day, twice a day?
Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't overthink it. Once a day.
Okay.
In studies, we use it once a day and had really, really good results.
Yep.
So just get it on once a day. We would apply it first, sort of under and around the eyes. If you're going to put anything else, like a little bit of makeup on afterwards,
Yep.
just give this a chance to absorb for a few minutes before you put anything else on.
Yep.
Let the
Pretty
plate dry
much
down.
like the plated serum, the Intense daily. I always say give it a couple of minutes, let it fully absorb, and then go on to your next products.
Yeah, 100%.
So now another question I keep seeing people ask: do you put this on before you would take your plated like Intense or daily and apply that? Do you put the eye cream on first and then apply the rest of your serums all over your face? Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah, so if you Brianna, if you already have a plated Intense on board or a plated daily, one of the other products,
right?
I would reserve that for other areas of the face. So again, this has been like very carefully engineered with some ancillary ingredients to provide benefits under the eye. So from a value perspective, use your Intense and your daily in other areas of the face, and then just apply the eye serum directly under the eyes. Now, if you're a newer patient and or a customer, and that was your only area of focus, then just go with the eye serum and start there. And
Yep.
maybe you'll get comfortable with these platelet-derived exosomes, and then you'll be interested in another formulation. But it's a
Right.
great.
Yep. No, I absolutely love the eye serum. And just another question that I know I've been previously getting from others, in terms of results. How long are people, typically seeing those results?
Yeah, so we have like really sort of beefy studies that have been published on the original formulations, like plated Intense. And I know that you've really dug into those and vetted the product out. So a lot of horsepower there. But we didn't just sort of rest on our laurels. So we have some really good consumer studies with the eye serum formulations specifically. And to answer your question, Brianna. So with this consumer study, as soon as about 4 weeks, we saw about 90% sort of improvement in elasticity, the appearance of elasticity, the feeling of elasticity. Um, the sort of appearance of puffiness was improved within 4 weeks on some patients, which
That's
is really,
amazing.
and the fine lines and wrinkles, right? So if you can like get a hold of those, I mean, you found like sort of a holy grail. So we had some really good sort of consumer reported outcomes within just 4 weeks.
That's amazing. Yeah. So good, so good. I love this product. I've been using it daily for months now, and I love it. So I'm trying to think if there's any other questions that I personally have been getting, or I don't know if there's any other questions that you personally kind of want to address, or any more little tidbits of
Yeah.
info.
Yeah, I think those are the primary questions,
Yeah.
Brianna, that asked about the eye serum so far. And I would just say that the exosome category in general, right? There's so much buzz around it. It seems like a new category, right? And in many respects, it is. But like you did, Brianna, we would just encourage everybody to do their research, right? Because there's a lot of big glittery claims out there, like we do this, we do that. But before you spend your sort of well-earned money, right? These are premium, expensive products. Do the research and really understand sort of the clinical studies, what's been published on the performance of these exosomes by themselves, And, I think we've got like a pretty good library of peer-reviewed publications on how our exosomes do. The platelet source is very unique in this category. And,
Yeah.
a lot of what we're hearing, Brianna, is, there's a lot of stem cell derived exosome products on the market. And we take the high road when we talk about sort of the competition, but for our team, Brianna, that's a little bit older technology, and we evolved to platelets as a source in order to produce sort of this very consistent, pure, sort of highly concentrated sort of end exosome product, which, when you look at our data, it's sort of all borne out. So.
Yeah, definitely. That's funny because yeah, when I first found you guys, there's so much crazy information out there and so many brands that promise this and that with exosomes. So I did really dig into you guys, and the research you provided me was amazing. That's why I knew. I was like, okay, you guys are legit. Like this company, you guys have done things that no one else has, which is so amazing. You guys are so advanced. So
Yeah.
again, the eye serum speaks for itself. As soon as you use it, your people will be in love for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm a big fan of the product. That's not very objective, but like the whole plated skin science
Yeah.
portfolio. But when this one came out, I could just really appreciate sort of the heavy lifting that went into the thoughtful ingredients, right, and the way that it feels, right, is a very
For sure.
tactile category. So sort of applying it, it's very elegant. Again, not heavy, not too thin, and the feedback already has it's really been overwhelming.
That's amazing.
So really, really exciting time to try this product.
That's amazing, and congratulations to you guys. I mean, you guys just made such another winning product that I know is going to be such a success. So congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, well, thank you for and using
oh,
it.
Absolutely.
And I think that's very refreshing, right? That like a year plus ago that again you had the tough questions, you asked the right questions. And these are things that our science team really thought through over the past couple of decades. And
right.
You need to use discretion in the category. So thank you. We're so excited. We're just scratching the surface with the technology. There'll certainly be other formulations to come down the road. But again, Brianna, they'll be mindful, they'll be thoughtful, and they'll fill it what we think is sort of an unmet need in the U.S.
Correct. Yep. So. Yep. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. That's all I have on my end in terms of questions. I don't know if you want to take any questions or if you have anything else that comes to your mind.
Yeah, no. Let's see. I'm blind as a bat, so I'm having trouble seeing the.
Me too. I am too.
Gosh,
I'm going to see if anyone has any questions. If you guys have any questions for Dan, please let us know now. I don't really see too many questions. I think we pretty much covered everything, it seems.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. We appreciate the opportunity about it, Brianna. And, because we're a newer company, right, we always, appreciate feedback. So, from experts like you, Brianna, and sort of your network of customers, as you come up with, questions, filter them in to us. We're always looking to sort of expand the portfolio very carefully. So again, if you see a need, let us know, and
we'll let you know. I will come to you for sure.
Yeah, 100%. We're neighbors. We live in Florida, right, where I live. So, yeah.
Yes. Well,
Awesome.
thank you so much again, Dan. Again, congratulations on such an amazing product. I know everyone's gonna love it. I'm so excited for people to really experience this. And yeah, I would love to do more lives. We'll chat again. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and hanging out with us a little bit.
It was a pleasure spending time with you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Dan. Bye, everyone.